My name's Dust.
Dust.
Yeah, my
name's Chris.
YouTube channel's called The Age of Dust.
The age of dust.
Yeah.
The way these governments are going.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you think about starting the Cold War? No, ending the Cold
Whoa,
War.
whoa, whoa, no,
Right.
let's get one thing at a time, please. Yeah, obviously you've got a very active and positive mind, but one thing at a time. Welcome to the Age of Dust. This is the first video of the day, and we have this wonderful gentleman next to me, and we will be discussing about Bob the Destroyer, Hatun, and some other gentlemen over in that general direction with a long coat there. And if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
My name's Chris. I come from North London. Lived in London all my life. I love the world. I love people, and I just want peace for everyone. Don't matter what religion you are. You all pray into the same God. You've got the same enemies, whether you're Muslim or Christian, and we've got the same prophets. Stop arguing with each other. It's a nonsense.
Would you describe yourself as Christian?
Yeah, just plain Christian. Nothing else.
And just a moment ago, you were talking about, you brought this up, that how some Christians come here just to...
Christians and Muslims, they come here just for profit and subscribers, and they don't understand that you can't. It actually says in hadiths, it says it in the Bible, never to profit from my name. Yeah? He will strike you severely. He's not going to muck around with you, and it's a really like. When I first heard that when I was 5 years old in a movie. Yeah. Then I read it in the book, and I was like frightened. Yeah, when I was young. Yeah, you can't make profit from his name or something like that. Yeah. So he's basically saying, don't make, and if you do make profit from his name, don't put that money in your pocket. Give it to the sick and the needy. Yeah.
So what do you think of some of the, we'll call them rabble rousers?
Yeah,
so
troublemakers.
So we're talking about people like maybe like Bob the Destroyer.
I wouldn't say so much. Yeah, Hatun and Bob, they've got good heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their spirit and way they're doing everything is absolutely wrong. They're copying what's happening, they're following the negativity, what's happening around them in society. They're actually producing it down here. And they forget that when you open your mouth and you speak about the creator of all things great and small, yeah, whether it's from the Bible, the Quran, the Jewish book, Hindu books, Buddhist book, you have a humongous responsibility. Yeah? And the first thing is that you've got to set an example. You can't be coming down there starting fights and arguing, calling people names, slagging someone else's culture off, because it doesn't tell you that to do in the Bible. It doesn't tell you that in the Quran, especially. Yeah? And I've seen certain individuals from certain different religions, well, Christian and Muslim mainly, yeah, coming down to Hyde Park, Speaker's Corner, and being completely and utterly abusive. Yeah?
Do you know Big T?
No, I don't know Big T.
Yeah, he fits perfectly into your profiling. So why do you think people like Hatun and Bob the Destroyer are doing what they're doing?
Because they feel threatened with the overwhelming amount of Muslims maybe are coming down the park, yeah, more than Christians. But what if they read their books? If they read Ezekiel, for instance, like Ezekiel, like people keep thinking that Ezekiel's happening in 45 years. You know, Ezekiel's happening right now, my friend.
Can you describe that?
The end of the world, the end times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it talks of the end times. And it talks of it specifically in certain wars going on in certain places. Yeah, and these wars are actually starting up right now as we speak. I'm literally scared, to be quite honest. I'm worried, yeah?
Well,
but my faith is in God.
I think during every generation, everybody on the planet, there's always been wars and things going on.
But not like this.
And I think, I don't believe for 1 second, that's my own view, but we're going off subject a little bit. Just so, what would you like to say, what would be your message to Bob the Destroyer then?
To Bob and Hatun, don't copy what the Muslims are doing, yeah?
Oh wow!
Don't copy them. Yeah. Yeah. When they project their anger and violence and abusive language, just read Ezekiel, because it says they will curse, call you names, yeah, bicker at you, yeah, but they will eventually come round. Yeah? They have no choice. Yeah? And we will all see. All this bickering and arguing between religions is pathetic. It's futile. Yeah? Same religions, different religions. Same gods, same prophets.
Wow.
Yeah? Yeah?
Wow.
Same prophets, yeah, different religions, yeah, right? But all got the same prophets, we all got the same God, and as far as I'm concerned, yeah, right, God, yeah, is smarter than all of us, and trying to work out what the creator of all things is doing, yeah, is pathetic. You're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Just get on with your life, follow the teachings, and stop self-interpreting what you read. Just read what you read and follow it. Huh? People, I see that's another thing. I keep hearing people say, "Oh, Jesus is God." There's nowhere in the Bible where Jesus says, "Yeah, that Jesus is God." Nowhere. He even says, I think it's in Matthew. He even says that only the Father knows the last hour, and he points up in the sky. Yeah? Actually, he puts his hand up in the sky like that. He does that with his hand. It's only the Father knows the last hour. Right? He's not the Father. The universe is vast. You think the Father's going to come down here? So. Just imagine, I'm God, right? And I come down, and I come down here, right? I know the devil's I know me and the devil don't like each other. So I'm gonna put all these innocent women and children and men and fathers all these innocent babies in danger by me coming down here. I'm not gonna do that, I'm God, aren't I? I'm gonna know.
Do you think people like Bob Destroy and other people that come here and just bring abuse and anger and hatred, did they do it just for YouTube hits? Are they?
No, I think Bob genuinely feels that Christianity is threatened.
All right, so it's just about him.
I think he's generally him, Hatun, and the rest of his followers. Yeah, the rest of his group.
So
Yeah,
they live in fear.
I think I wouldn't say fear. I think they feel that they have to protect the Christianity, but Christianity doesn't have to be protected. Yeah? What has to be protected is this planet. We have to stop these governments from doing their stupidness. Yeah. And what they don't realise, when you're standing there, Christian and a Muslim arguing, yeah, if I was the devil, I'd be laughing. I'd be calling my demon mates around to have a party.
So you're saying
they're causing negativity, they're causing division between two powerful religions.
So are you alluding to the fact they may be working for the devil? By the way,
I don't know. They could be plants from the government.
I don't believe in the devil, by the way, but I think
they could be plants.
I believe
from the
that
government.
you believe in the devil, though. Is that correct?
Well, I believe in evil.
You believe
I've
in
seen
evil.
it.
So
all around me.
So you're alluding that you've alluded to the fact that Bob is becoming.
He's not becoming evil. He's committing sin.
Committing sin.
He's committing sin. He's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Yeah.
Right.
Right. He's not swearing or anything.
He is swearing.
Well, he's going into the same realm that the Muslims start with. Yeah. The Muslims start. Not all the Muslims. Like there's people like Shamsi, polite, kind. Yeah. Way he speaks, soft-spoken, and he's always generous with you. All right. Sometimes there's a little bit of dispute. There's never swearing, no argument. He just walks off. And that's it. Yeah. But there's only one. I've only seen one other Muslim do that. I think it's Muhammad Hijab. There was some dispute a long time ago between him and Jedi or some other black guy, whatever it is. I don't know what that was about. But Hamza, the guy's ridiculous. I've seen 5 videos of him, and all he does is abuse people.
Yeah, I mean that's appalling. Anybody that comes here just to be abusing or belittling.
Yeah. I've seen you ask him I can't remember the question. I've seen you ask him a really tough question, and he does the same thing. And I noticed it straight away. I went, he can't answer the question because the question is tough.
This question is tough.
How can I say it? You put a nail in on the word, and you've gone bang. Answer the question.
Yeah, that describes dust in this park perfectly.
You literally asked him a question. And instead of answering the question, he's deflected and started to call you names, trying to go somewhere elsewhere. Then he's tried to have an argument with someone else. Then I think a fight nearly broke out or something.
Yeah.
And that's ages ago.
So
I don't understand. And then you're trying to ask him about political and what's going on. Then put the God equation in at the same time, but they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
They think it's different.
Just to clarify, right, just to the viewers now, that the majority of this park are what you see right now.
Yeah.
People just talking that's behind you.
Yeah.
Debate. Majority of the park is a wonderful bastion of debate and discourse and trying to understand the world and each other. Like what we're doing right now, funny enough. Yeah. But there are, as we've just described and just named, some people that can't understand that free speech isn't just free to abuse.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, brother. Exactly. That's the one. That's the exact thing. Because people actually think, oh, you like what's his name? Is it Tan? Tan. He came down and saying N-word.
Yeah.
If he said the N-word in Hackney, he'd be gone.
Yeah.
Literally, some teenager would.
So Tan was brought into Europe by Tommy Robinson, and then into this park by Tommy Robinson's lieutenant, pseudo atheist Steve. And pseudo atheist Steve brings very dangerous people into this park, and is still doing the same thing today. And he does that to abuse free speech and to just try and belittle. He's
trying to stir trouble up here.
Trying to stir trouble, yeah.
So you can't speak there anymore.
So you can't speak here anymore.
They'll change the law.
I would.
They would change the law. The
Right.
councillor of this area will change the law. Or the MP, shall I say?
I think we've covered this subject. Now let's move on to that subject. Actually, do you think the hate? Because in this country there's hate laws. Do you think the Speaker's Corner should be it? Because do you know what's his name, Uncle?
Oh, yeah, Uncle Omar.
Uncle Omar,
I've seen him coming and bursting into your conversations and other
Uncle Omar, yes, Uncle Omar's now being tried under hate laws for speaking here about the gay community in an extremely negative way. But the thing is, what do you think about that, by the way, actually?
Well, I haven't got a problem with gay people. I don't agree with it, but I
No, about Omar.
But if Omar wants to
prosecuted here for speaking about, because it's
in Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Come here to speak. It's about issues.
Yeah.
What goes on the world as well. And in our own country.
Yes.
It's like that's an issue in our country, and Omar believes it's wrong, right?
I think so, yeah.
But did he go about it abusively? I haven't seen the video.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you shouldn't have done that. Put yourself in an unhole.
Yes. But,
Because like your point earlier, free speech is not a bastion for you to come around and say, oh, well, I can say what the hell I want.
I completely agree with that.
If it was, you're going to meet that one person who doesn't give a crap.
But the question is, do you think the hate laws therefore should apply to Speaker's Corner? That's the question.
Hate laws should apply. Which is part of the country, isn't it? So it has to be.
It isn't.
There's different laws for this part.
No.
Is it because it's a royal part?
It's not different laws. It's a tradition. So there isn't different laws. No.
There's just less laws here.
It's just tradition, and the tradition is that you're allowed to come here and just be for free speech. But unfortunately, the people that hold the metaphor of the tradition here think that hatred is just as valid as free speech, which I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree. Hatred should be abolished.
So the question is then, should the anti-hate laws, anti-religious laws, because you're not allowed to abuse other people's religions. You're allowed to.
Yeah, but the Muslims do it every week.
But
every week.
Yeah. But if
and then Christians do it to Muslims every week.
If the hate laws were introduced,
they're both battling each other. Sorry.
If the hate laws were introduced into the park, you can only criticise religions, not hate religions. So what would you like that to appear here?
What?
The hate laws.
Hate laws, to have hate.
Just hate you because you're Muslim, and then abuse you for being Muslim,
or
like Christian, or Jewish.
I've lived under racism, yeah, and I've literally had to
which
run,
is illegal.
Which I've run. I've had to run with a backpack on my back, and I've got 15 man chasing me, and I'm going to school in the morning. And I must have broke the Olympic at 800 metres. I swear to God, I've never run so fast in all my life with a backpack.
That's nothing racism when I was a kid.
So let me just try and finish the subject. I'll be.
But hate laws.
The hate laws, yeah. Hate laws, should they apply to this park? And therefore, if you're an abuser to
like
people,
everywhere else in the country.
like just everywhere else in the country. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
No, this is applying the hate laws.
Someone shouldn't be able to come along and just.
If there's hatred, of course.
If it's blatant hatred, yeah. If you're just talking about the subject, then fair enough. But if you're standing,
a Muslim, you should be. You've got no right to be.
And you're effing Muslim and all that.
You should be eliminated, of course.
That's what Bob the Destroyer comes to this park.
Not really. I have to disagree with you on that. Not
right.
really.
Well,
What he does, he copies what the Muslim like. Well, he had 2 weeks ago or a month ago. He had a debate.
Bob the Builder?
I think it was there.
Yeah, you call him Bob the Builder. I call him Bob the
That's
You
an
can't
Destroyer.
get a
abusive.
word in with him. You try to talk to him, you can't because he's just talking the time.
No, because he's probably sitting at home practicing it. He actually feels that Christianity is threatened. But like I said to him last week, he should go and read Ezekiel because it's happening. It's not going to happen 45 years from now.
Can I just say, gentlemen, thank you very much for your words. It's appreciated. What's your name again? Christopher. My name's Dust.
I just want peace. That's all
my
I want.
YouTube channel's for the age of Dust. thank you ever so much for your time and words. I really appreciate it. And do you have YouTube? Thank you very much.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
watch
the
you.
Dust.
I'll watch you.
Thank you very much. This is a Dust, and I have other interviews. Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss.
Oh, have you got a positive message to say to the world?
Just peace and love, man. Everyone stay strong and stop following mainstream politicians and all that nonsense, because it's all nonsense.
There you go. Thank you very much.
They haven't got a clue.
Thank you, Chris.
Clue.
They live in a bubble. They really do.